All right. Okay, I think I'm live. All right. Welcome, everybody. Just let it load up on a few places. I don't know if this is actually going to YouTube yet. Let's give it a second here. Oh, how's everyone doing? We are getting a little bit of nicer weather over here in Toronto, so brightens my spirit a bit. Yeah, everything's starting to load up now. Good stuff. I'll just give it another minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you reside. Thanks for joining the stream today. Mainstream. Sorry, I call it the Mainnet. That's the name I came up with it. Anyways, I'm not really sure if it's a great name, but it's a name. I want to give a quick shout out to some of the active users that are always in the comments. And want to give a shout out to Slick 2386, Kevin K, Andrew Cameron, Kevin Hawthorne, Keith Savage, Jay Styles, and of course, Automatic Beats, and everybody else that's watching. Thank you very much for your support. Thanks for coming on the channel and helping me figure out this whole Seeker situation. It's a little bit stressful trying to figure out how to get things done. So in today's stream, I'll try to keep it to the point and on topic. Gonna quickly cover the Seeker ecosystem itself, MWC 2026, and we're going to talk a little bit about mass adoption and what that means to the ecosystem. We'll also talk about Solflare and their new private send feature. It's called PAL. And we'll take a look at some dApps. There's one, I don't know if you guys know about this one, but it's called SeekerClaw. It's basically OpenClaw running on your phone. I'm a little bit worried about this one, but I want to get your opinion. And we'll talk about that. And Jupe has a new Visa card that got released with some pretty high cash back. I don't know how realistic some of the things they're saying is, but we'll take a look at that. And last but not least, and kind of the major thing that I wanted to talk about is the on-chain strategy. I've been working on my strategy, trying to get to level 5. I'm getting crushed, but I think I found something that might help. But the wallet stats take forever to populate. Sometimes it takes 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, it's an ongoing process. I want to share with you what I found so far, and maybe it helps you. Maybe you have some pointers. I don't know. You can let me know. I'll just jump in the comments real quick here before we get started. Crypto Coin Mindset, CCM. Thanks for joining, brother. Thanks for coming on. RT Tyndale 45. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Of course, Automatic Beats. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. I hope we get to a K at some point. I don't know when, but definitely at some point. What else we got here? Kevin Hawthorne. Thank you for coming. Yesterday was your birthday. Okay, happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great day. Hope it went well. You're in Florida, so you probably have some wonderful weather right now. Chris P, thanks for coming. Good evening. Good evening. I'm in Toronto, so we're in the afternoon. Good morning if it's morning for you. Yes. Automatic Beats is here. Lad Lewis, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Looks like things are starting to get loaded up here, so that's good. So what I'll do is I'm going to bring up a few things. We'll just start off with some ecosystem news. And I'm just going to pull this up here and some updates. So some of the updates that I was just going to brush upon was some new listings. So the Seeker token was at, I believe, my last count, we were at 25 exchanges, but now we're over 27. 27 was the last count on CoinGecko, but there's 3 more added in the last week. And we have Star X. I don't know Star X. I don't know where this is, what country or origin this is from, but they got listed here. Kraken is a huge one. This is a top tier exchange. So they just listed on Kraken. I believe that happened yesterday. So that one's huge. And is it Pinex? I think we already had Pinex. I don't know why I have Pinex here. I'm pretty sure it was already listed there. But yeah, we have 3 new exchanges that were added this week. So our reach is growing, and I'm really happy to see that. We'll go into some staking stats because that's interesting right now. Pull it up here. Okay. So a quick look at the numbers. Staking Seeker is still a winner. The current APY, though it's down from where it was a few weeks ago, we're looking at 20.1%. That's the APY right now. This is auto compounding every 48 hours. So if you're stacking your airdrop, that's what I'm doing. You're earning at the same time. It's auto compounding. And what I'm also doing to help my on-chain transactions is I'm also buying in an extra 100 Seeker per day, and I'm staking it. 100 Seeker is about $1 to $2 depending on when you buy it. So sorry, $1.50 to $2 depending on when you're buying it. So that's my strategy right now while I'm waiting for this market to pick up, and I don't know how long that's going to take. Global reach, we have over 150,000 devices that are online right now from 50 different countries. The volume is over 3 billion processed on chain through Seeker. That's a great stat. Here's the number one thing that I love to talk about right now, especially if you're a holder of Seeker. 71% of the Seeker supply is being staked right now. It's phenomenal. Over 70%. So 4.25 billion of the Seeker tokens is staked. The total supply eventually will reach 10 billion. Currently, right now, we're at 5.9 billion. Excuse me. All right. All right. So something else that's actually, let's take a look at the price before I move on here, because let's feel good today. The markets are doing well. We had some pumps with different tokens and different coins. Solana was doing good. Let's see how Seeker is doing today. Let me pull that up. Went up higher. All right, here we go. So we are at 0.2279, up almost 4%, actually over 4%. I believe it hit 5% a little bit earlier today. Looking really good. Again, we look at the 3-month chart. This is basically when it launched to now. This is a pretty impressive chart. Considering the environment that we're in right now, I'm really happy about this. So it hasn't really dropped below 2 cents for a while. It did a little bit over here, but then it regained. This is the launch on, I forget which exchange it was. I think it was Probit, which gave it a really nice pump, and it's been staying above 2 cents since then. So this is looking really good, and we'll see how it goes. But like I was mentioning over here, we have the supply locked in over 70%, which is definitely going to help the ecosystem. Yeah, so next up, I'm going to want to talk about is the MWC event. So this is a mobile event that took place, and Solana, let me just pull up that slide here. There we go. Whoops, there we go. All right. So I want to mention this because this is about mass adoption coming into the Seeker platform, and it's kind of genius if you look at it from different lenses. Because when they first had their proof of concept, and that was a Saga phone, they released it, and they released it in a very small release. It was a limited release, and it was very successful. Then they moved over, and I think that was about 10,000 units. I can't remember how many units it was. Then they moved over to the Seeker. The Seeker sold 150,000 units, which is pretty impressive, but still very, very small when you take a look at the global mobile market. What they're doing right now, and what they announced during the conference back in December, is that they're going to be releasing the Solana Mobile Stack, and that's what we're looking at right now. This is going to give access to chipset manufacturers, specifically MediaTek and Qualcomm. It's going to give them access to the stack via their chipset. So this is going to impact a significant amount of Android devices that are in the market. And some of the big players that are listed over here is Samsung and Xiaomi, and you got Oppo and Vivo. Uh, these are massive producers that sell the Android phone quite successfully. So we're going from a couple 100,000 users to hundreds of millions of users. I'm talking about exposure right now. So we have 200,000 users right now in the ecosystem. But with this stack that's going to get released, we're now exposing ourselves to hundreds of millions, even billions of users, because I believe there's about 2 billion Android devices that exist. And there's a constant rotation of devices as new phones come out. So every 6 months to a year to every 2 years, typically a user will upgrade their phone. Now, if they're going to be upgrading their phone to a couple of the bigger players like Xiaomi and Samsung, and internationally, these guys are huge. Um, they have the MediaTek and Qualcomm chips in their handhelds, and with this stack being integrated, we're talking about massive exposure to the ecosystem. So huge, huge pro if you're looking at it from that lens. Um, there's a revenue model when this gets integrated, and the stack can earn a percentage of transaction fees and staking commissions by the users that they generate. That's going to be an incentive. The margins for the hardware overall is razor thin. At least that's what Solana is saying. So they're not apparently making too much money on the device itself. So it's up to the manufacturers of the new phone to drive incentives, and this would be one of those incentives. And this is going to be kind of like the glue. Whoops, got an alarm over here. This is kind of like the glue that will bring more people in. If they want to jump into the Seekers ecosystem and have a secure vault, which is going to be the crypto wallet that's exclusively for the ecosystem, they could just toggle over to that in the settings. And then they have a hardware device built into it that's going to be able to hold their crypto, specifically Solana. So this is not going to affect other chains, but Solana itself. So I thought this was a pretty big deal, and that's why I wanted to mention it. Yeah, let me just move some things over here. And I'll just jump back in the chat for a second. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down below. Thank you, CCM. Yes, smash the like. Hopefully we'll get to more users than I normally do. We're exposing ourselves. You get arrested. And yeah. I went from level 2 to level 3. Okay. Well, I'm glad you went from level 2 to level 3 using my suggestions. We'll take a look at this in just a moment, because the transaction, the on-chain transactions seems to be a little bit of a hurdle. I'm playing around with a few things, and I'll show you what some of the results look like. But I'm definitely happy if these are helping you. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about the Solana Mobile Stack, and exposure is everything, especially if you want to grow your ecosystem. And it's sort of being the native go-to stack in general when it comes to developing new apps, because the proof of concept of developing an app and getting a user base pretty quickly within a few months, which has been proven right now with the Seeker device. A lot of people are onboarding, and you can see that just from the amount of apps that are showing up in the Seeker App Store. We went from the pre-launch of the airdrop from about 125, and then after the airdrop, people saw what was happening and they were incentivized, and now there's over 500 different apps in the App Store. So that was just a little test case that happened over here. Imagine if you have the stack now available on many different phones, and it's just something that you could just toggle over to, and then all of a sudden you're in that ecosystem. That's pretty explosive. So with this news, I definitely want to see it rolled out. I want to see Samsung and Xiaomi actually have it on their phone. I want to actually buy the phone and try it out myself and see how it works. Because if this is the case, I'm not offloading any of my Seeker tokens at all. Like, this is a really good reason just to hold it for the long term. And in my opinion, what long term means is 2 to 5 years at minimum. It would be great to hold it for 10 years, but this is crypto and anything can happen. So uh, in crypto, when I say long term, I'm talking about up to 5 years. Okay, so what else do I have for you guys? I have another thing over here, and this is from Solflare, and I don't know if you've seen this yet. Pull it up on my screen here. It's a new feature, and it's called PAL, Privacy Aggregator Layer. Can't even pronounce it properly. This is a new standard that they're saying that's for Solana. Now, this is exclusive to Solflare. I was looking into this because I thought this is an add-on feature that Solana was providing, but this appears to be only with Solflare. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to take your public transfer or any transfer that you're planning on doing, and you could obfuscate it and make this now private. So it's a private send that you can either do through the Chrome-based app or the extension. And they also have a wallet that they're releasing. I'm assuming this feature will also be included with the hardware wallet. That's a card very similar to Tangem that they're releasing. So if you want to send privately, which is becoming a huge deal, and a lot of focus is around that, this is one of those devices that, this is one of those products that you might want to check out and test. So I've been using Solflare. I've been using Phantom. I'm using both of them quite often. I lean towards Solflare just because, in my perspective, it just seems like there's a little bit more ease of use there. Not to say anything bad about Phantom, but I just typically use Solflare a lot more. So that's another really nice feature that just recently came out. This was announced, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to be testing this feature out. I believe you can use it already. I'm not going to log into my wallet right now, but I believe you can use it. It's live. What I'll do is I'll test it out. I'll make a short. I'll put it out there so you guys can see how it works. All right. And cards, since we're talking about cards, let me pull this one up. Jupiter. So Jupiter, or Jupiter Global, has released their new Visa card. Now, everybody's releasing a new Visa card or MasterCard, so maybe this isn't so significant. But when it comes to reputation and availability, Jupiter is a bigger player. That's why it's on my radar right now. I've applied for this. You can, I wouldn't call it a pre-order, but you can go on the wait list right now. If I'll make this is linked down in the description if you're interested. You can join the wait list, and it looks like there's not very many restrictions. Most countries, they're calling it Jupiter Global, and most countries do have access to this. I'm in Canada. We always have access problems to different platforms. When I looked into this one is available in Canada. That's why I joined the wait list. One thing I want to show you right now is I'll just log into my phone to show this, is some of the incentives that they're providing. So I used Cast before, and that ended up not working out too well for me. And right now I'm using crypto.com. And that's working out okay, but cashback is really what I'm aiming for. Just give me a second here while I bring this on the screen. Okay, so here's my phone. So the first thing that you're going to notice right off the bat is it's integrated with Apple Pay and Google Pay. So right from your phone, you'll be able to use it. That's stablecoins everywhere. I'm reluctant to say credit card because I was already called out on this. This is something that you have to fund with your crypto, and you'll spend the crypto that's on it. So you're going to be holding crypto in this wallet. So for them, that's a benefit for them. Mass amounts of USDC that's over here. What they're talking about that's kind of highlighting right now is they're talking about zero fees. How realistic is zero fees? I'm not really sure right now. Is it actually zero, or is it zero with certain things? I'll be looking into that. I'll find out and I'll report that back to you guys. Here's the big part. Earn up to 10% USDC cash back. I've never seen cash back on a credit card at 10%. Have you guys? Because this is new to me. Most credit cards are anywhere from 2 to 4%. 10% seems a little bit, I'm a little bit wary about this because it seems like a little bit too much. If they pay me 10%, I'm not going to stop them. But I'm wondering if this 10% is limited on the first $1,000 or something like that, or is it limited on certain criteria? Um, that's something that I wanted to point out. So if you are looking for a prepaid card to off ramp your crypto, because that's typically what the problem is you have all this crypto, assuming you have all this crypto, you want to off ramp it, you want to spend it somewhere. Using a prepaid Visa or Mastercard is typically the best way to do it right now, and this is giving you the option. One thing I definitely want to mention as well is that you have to KYC. So if you're going to be signing up for this, uh, at least for where I am, you definitely have to process the KYC application before you get approved and move on. The wait list is something that you can sign up for if you're interested in that. I'll link it down below. Again, what they are showing a lot of the times in advertising, a lot of times, at least in the app itself, is the zero fees. So I'd like to see how realistic this zero fees is. I'm a little bit skeptical on that. Let me switch my screen back here again. All right. Okay. Next up is going to be, whoops. What am I doing? Amateur hour. Share screen. All right. Next up, SeekerClaw. Has anybody installed SeekerClaw? I want to install SeekerClaw, but I'm not going to. I'm too afraid of it. Um, if you know anything about this, it's a very powerful tool. Agents can run around and do things for you 24/7, operating a wide variety of tasks. I don't know which tasks are built into this one specifically because there's no demo. So I've been looking online for people to demo this, and typically I'd be the person that would demo the software. But I'm a chicken shit. I'm not going to touch it right now. Um, they actually put out a tweet here that they're not even putting out a demo. They're looking for other people to do it, which is a little bit scary. Um, where did I see that? That's the updates. Yeah, there we go. They're so busy with development, they have no time to create an onboarding tutorial. Um, cool. If you do want a user base, I do think that you should create a tutorial for people to use it, especially with this specifically. A lot of things you can get away with without creating a tutorial because it's pretty hands-on, pretty intuitive to use. OpenClaw, with everything that's happening on X, if you just type in OpenClaw, uh, you'll see a lot of things go wrong. So there's going to be a lot of people that are reluctant. I don't know if you are, but I definitely am. What kind of access is it going to need? Your Seeker device is also your hardware wallet. Having both of these things on one device scares me. Um, so that's the reason why I'm not doing it. I'm hoping they actually put a demo out there because I think it would be useful. From the few people that I've talked to on X, it appears that that you will connect it to Telegram, and you'll be able to you'll be able to send commands or requests through Telegram to this app. Um, it is limited in the amount of bots that you can run from your device. Again, this is just what I'm getting third hand from people that I'm talking to about it. Um, so it does seem a little bit risky. Yeah, having funds on your device and this running on your device with unknown aspects. Maybe the app is secure and it runs properly and everything else with that is dandy. It's the agents that you're going to plug into it after is really what I'm worried about. Because those get updated frequently. And when they update on your device, did you actually know what you updated or does it just run wild? These are the things I'm worried about. So, anyways, wanted to know if you guys have tried that out. Let me just jump over here into the chat for a second. Excuse me. Thirsty, guys. Thirsty. My friend got his Seeker messed up pop up. It just keeps what keeps popping up? Were they able to mint the Seeker NFT, the soulbound token when they got it? Need a Claude API. Yes, okay, right. So it needs an API key from Claude. I'm not sure, is Claude the only one that you have to use, or are you open and allowed to use ChatGPT, Grok, or anybody else? I did hear that it is limited. Excuse me. I did hear that it's limited. So have you used any agents also, if you're using it right now? Running from your phone seems pretty remarkable. The way I'm planning on doing it right now, because I am going to try OpenClaw, is in a completely isolated environment. I'm not going to be doing it even at home. I'm going to be renting a VPS. I'm going to throw it up on the VPS, and every account that it's touching is going to be a new account. So if it's an email, it's going to be a new email account. If I wanted to use WhatsApp, I'll buy an eSIM and give it a number, its own number. When I'm talking about isolating this, because I heard it's so wild, I want to make sure that it is contained as much as possible. It's exciting though, and that's why I want to try it. Um, so much has happened. It was released sometime around Christmas, about Christmas-ish, and there has been extraordinary progress in just a couple of months of what it can do. Every time I'm going on X, there's always somebody doing something new. Making a trading bot would also be nice. I'm not sure if you can trade with the SeekerClaw, but that would be nice. Maybe you did something wrong. So if you got a new phone and you're having a problem with it, if you've already minted the seeker bound token, which is the Genesis token, I would try to resolve the issue right away on the phone itself. If not, then you can try to do a hard reboot of the phone maybe and see if that works. Probably contact their support is going to be the best case. I'm over. My secret account got hacked through one of these. Oh, shoot. Your Seeker account got hacked through, do you know which app? So yeah, that's my worry as well, because majority of the apps that you install on your Seeker phone request access to your wallet. In my wallet, I actually had a burn wallet that was in there, and I was first allowing dApps to connect to my burn wallet just to see what the functionality is, and then I just gave up, and now all these apps have access to my main Seeker wallet. So probably not a good thing, but I'm doing it mostly just for experimental cases. I don't use um, too much Sol with my Seeker phone. I try to limit how much I actually contain in there. That sucks though. If you know what dApp it is, let me know, and I can probably put some messages out there. Hopefully, prevent other people from getting drained. That's what I asked for. I didn't try much after that. I need to pay. Okay, so you have to pay. Okay, so that's the other thing. It's not free. So if you need the Claude API, um, it costs credits, and yeah, you're gonna have to pay for a subscription, or I don't know if they have a prepaid model, and then you can reload it. But there's gonna be some limitations. So exciting to use. Again, there's a whole bunch of things that um, you have to factor in. Which account was hacked? Jeez. Yeah, that's horrible. Crypto Bullcoin, welcome. Got everything working, but now it pops up, keeps coming up on the screen. What exactly is popping up? Is it the wallet itself? Does that keep popping up? Not sure. Okay, now so they wiped me out. Oh man, I have to get a new seed phrase. Is the wallet that got wiped out? Is it your Genesis token wallet? Oh damn, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Once they have your seed phrase, it's over, right? There's not much you can do about it. Um, yeah. So No, not that I'm aware of. I looked at it. There was a recent airdrop worth 25 cents that they did. I was supposed to do an update video, got busy and got sick, so I haven't done that yet. But I'll be looking at my Sui play. From what I know so far, nothing exciting is happening with the Sui play. You know what? Let me write that down, and I'll next week's stream. I'll list out some stuff on Sui play and see if there's any updates. Because yeah, not a lot happening over here. One thing I also want to mention before we go into the on-chain stuff, if you had the Play Solana device and you got the airdrop, the Play airdrop, 30% of that was locked during the release. I just looked at my wallets and it was unlocked on February 14th. So if you have Play Solana and your 30% was locked, check your wallet. If you go to, I think it's StreamYard, Streamflow. Let me see where it is. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Streamflow. Play. Yep. Okay, so here's the website. Let me share this. Okay, so if you have a Play Solana device, you receive the airdrop. 70% of that was released on the date of the airdrop. 30% of it was locked up. So if you're one of those users that were locked up, you should now have access to it. I logged in earlier today and I noticed this. The 30% is unlocked now. So you can go ahead and just put it into your wallet. For me, it wasn't a lot. I don't know how you guys did with the Play Solana airdrop. So the remaining amount for me was about $10. It wasn't a significant amount, but it's something. So, I mean, right now it's something. You might as well claim it. So what I'll do is, I don't think this is in the description, but I'll put it in the comments later on, so you can check for that. I don't know when you're watching this, but it's on streamflow.finance. That's the website that you want to go to. Okay. Not that one. Yeah, we need a wallet within a wallet to safeguard. Maybe that's something that the Solana team should be looking out for. When they approve a DApp before it goes into the DApp store, it's supposed to go through a vetting process. So the vetting process is supposed to flag anything like this. And maybe a lot of these dApps do get approved and they seem fine, but these updates, the updates is where they get you, because those updates can be snuck through, and you update the app, which is often happening automatically, and then you can get compromised. I've seen that happen in the past. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about, because I'm just blabbering right now, is on-chain, my on-chain strategy. So originally, when I was talking about getting your transactions on-chain, maybe I should show you what I'm talking about before I jump into it. Go into my wallet here. Okay, so what I was talking about is the on-chain category, which is this top category over here, level 3. I've been at level 3 forever. I don't think I've ever left level 3, except at the very start where I briefly touched level 4, and now I'm back in here. So what level 3 is on-chain activity, and these are transactions that you can do daily. Now, originally you're supposed to do 15 to 20 transactions per day consistently across a whole bunch of criteria, and that would eventually level you up to level 5. That hasn't been true for me. So you can see right now I'm in level 3. At the bottom, I want you just to take note that I'm at 61 transactions. So if you look right over here, it says 61 transactions. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. This is about 48 hours behind. It's only showing transactions up until March 2nd. yesterday and today has not populated yet. Let me pull it off over here and let me add something else. Okay. Okay. So originally, what AI told me is basically everything I had talked about using different apps for staking and claiming, doing load transactions, swapping USDT for USDC, staking the Seeker token, using dApps. Ore mining was one of them. Ore mining is going to be one of the ones I'm going to talk about in just a moment here. And apparently, this would get you on the path of level 5. That hasn't really been the case so far. Um, what I've been doing lately is I've been doing the swaps, USDT to USDC. I've been swapping Sol. I've been using Jupiter for that. I've also been using swaps inside the Seed Vault, inside the Seeker phone. I've been swapping USDC for Seeker. So that's a transaction on its own. I've also been staking 100 Seeker per day for a few weeks now. I'm trying different dApps. I was using Crypto Fantasy League. I was using Ore Mining, a whole bunch of other ones that are supposed to be running in the background. But something has happened to boost it, and I'm going to show you Ore Mining. Now, I don't know for sure if this is going to translate to on-chain levels on my phone. I'm just going to pull up my website here, and I'll also get my chain. I'm also going to get my wallet. Bear with me. It'll just take a second here while I get it. There it is. Okay. So in here, I just showed you my phone. Now I'm going to go. This is an online tool that I made. It's on my website. I linked it down below. It shows you your activity up until the last hour. So you can see right over here, activity was slumping a little bit, and then I started picking it up, and I was averaging for a while 30 to 40 transactions per day. It was going smooth. I got sick. It dropped. And then I started getting back into the pace of things. And then I started ore mining and things started to change. They started to explode actually. So 232 transactions, 381 transactions, 491 was yesterday. And today, right now, I'm at 496. And this is very easy to do because you're basically auto mining with ore. And I'll show you the strategy. You set it up, and I'll actually show you on my phone after. But just to briefly look at what I was doing, is this is what gets me 150 transactions at a very low cost. So the amount of Sol, this is in Sol 0.19, is the amount that I'm actually putting into the app in order for it to do its mining. So I wouldn't call it really mining. It's just basically playing roulette with the app. But the way I'm deploying it is per round is 0.000013. I'm randomly selecting 15 spots and I'm playing 100 rounds. So the cost of entry, which is the cost of this 0.19, this is going with today's price, is anywhere around $1.50 to $2. I think today it was about $1.90. That's what it cost me. And it runs continuously for 2 hours. In the 2 hours, it's going to produce 150 to 200 transactions. So I first tried this on day 1, and on day 2, I did it twice. So just to check out the numbers, and you can go on SolScan to verify this. It's going up to 400 transactions. Today, I'm going to try 3, and I'll see if I'll be able to cross the 600 transactions. And I want to see what this is going to do on chain. Now, the actual cost is something I also want to talk about. The actual cost, because you're mining and you're doing 100 rounds, you're not spending the total amount. 50% of the time I lost money, and 50%, and the other 50% of the time I was either breaking even or actually made a little bit. When I lost, the total amount that I lost during that 2 hours of mining was 20 cents. So it's pretty reasonable. If you're thinking about trying to get as many transactions as possible at the lowest cost, trying to get it for free is really not possible. It's really hard to do for free. But 20 cents overall, I think is pretty phenomenal. So like I'd mentioned at the bottom, I'm either breaking even or taking a small profit 50% of the time. The other 50% of the time, I'm losing about 20 cents overall. So if you do it once a day, you might make or break 20 cents. Okay, so that's overall what it is. What I'll show you right now is how I set it up. And I'll do it on my phone right now. Just give me a second here and I'll pull that up. Just might take me a moment. I'll pull it up here. Take a quick peek in the chat. Andrew Cameron, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming on. Can we try sending a small amount back and forth every day? Can we try? You want to send me some crypto? Go ahead. Small amounts, no problem. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Am I losing money? Like I said, it's about 50% of the time. Again, the other problem that I'm having is it's not registering yet. I just started doing this a couple of days ago. So when I go into my wallet, it hasn't properly populated. This is really buggy. So day 2 and 3 hasn't. Day 2, I think, is populating right now. Or sorry, March 2nd, I should say. March 2nd is populating right now. But the total transactions that I'm showing you right now is just showing me, shit, it's not even on the screen. Sorry, guys. I'm talking and I'm not even sharing my screen. Such an amateur. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Let me start from the beginning. Okay, so we're in the wallet right now. On chain, there is a delay. The delay is at least 2 days. I started doing this about 3 days ago. 3 days ago was March 2nd. And I don't believe March 2nd has fully populated. So my total transactions, which you're seeing right over here, is 61. This should significantly balloon tomorrow. I'll be posting this on X if this works out. And the 3rd and 4th, which was yesterday and today, has not been populated. My tool does show everything immediately up until the last hour. Okay, so let's go into OR. And I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to reload it because sometimes it crashes. This is the other thing. With OR, it crashes a lot. So especially if you're going to do 100 rounds, if the screen freezes, just close it, go back into it. It won't lose your spot. It's still running. Even if you close the app, it's still running in the background. All right, so what I do, I'm just going to claim the rewards that I already had. So you can see right now I'm claiming 0.01746, blah, blah, blah. I put in 0.019. So I lost 0.02 SOL right now. When you're claiming, make sure you use the bottom option right over here, not the top option, claim SOL only. That's because the unrefined ore, I believe you lose that. You want to make sure it goes through the process of refining and it shows up down here. That's when you can claim it. So I'm going to claim SOL only. I'll approve it. Double tap. There we go. Can't find my wallet. Okay, well, that's never happened before. Okay, so it's claimed and it's in my wallet right now. All right, so let's do the auto mining. So this is what I'm doing. Go over here to auto mining, and I'm gonna go start at the bottom because it doesn't always work properly. Okay, so rounds. I'm gonna do 100 rounds. Blocks. I'm gonna pick 15 blocks. So what we're doing is it's gonna auto select 15 blocks. The amount of SOL that I'm putting in here, 0.4 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3. Okay. Pull this down. All right, so this is the way I've set it up. And so the total amount of SOL, hopefully you can see this. If you can't see it, let me know. Total amount of, sorry, the SOL per round is 0.00013. I'm going to do 15 blocks. So up here, it's going to randomly select 15 spaces, and it's going to run for 100 rounds. So all you have to do now, of course, it doesn't want to connect right now, guys. Let's do this one more time. We're connected. We're connected. Okay. So we're on auto. I'm going to do this all over again. Oh my God. 3. All right. This is what I'm talking about, it crashing. So it just crashed on me. I'm just going to reload this and we'll start over. Problems with doing things live. Okay. Looks like it connected to my wallet. All right. Let's try this one more time. Anyways, you get the idea. I'll try it one more time. If it crashes, we just won't do it. So we're going to auto. And we're going to select rounds at the bottom. We're going to do 100 rounds. We're going to do 15 blocks. These are the stats that I'm using. You can do more or less. You can play with these settings. You don't have to do what I'm doing. This is just what's worked for me. Staying profitable in this is very hard too. Okay, there we go. All right. So the SOL per round, 0.00013. I'm going to do 15 blocks. That means 15 blocks above will get selected. And I'm going to do this for 100 rounds. The amount of SOL that I'm going to be spending right now is 0.0195. So we'll go ahead and select that. I'll approve it. There we go. That's done. And it's running. Confirmed. And we'll just see it do its thing. So there we go. You can see it's automatically selecting 15 of the spots. The number up here, the blue number, that's what you'd receive if your number gets selected. This is the total amount of SOL that is in this spot, number 1, for example. Each one has an allocation for it. And at the very top, you can see how much SOL or Solana is being deployed. This goes up. The countdown starts at, I think, a minute and counts down to 0. We'll see if I get lucky on this round. It's going to do its countdown. Awesome. So I got this one, and it's going to pay out 0.3013, and it's going to get sent to my account. I haven't claimed it yet, but it'll appear right over here. I wait for this to complete. So it's on round 98 right now. There's 98 more rounds that are going to happen, and it'll accumulate over here. And I wait till it's completely done. Once it's done, I just claim my SOL and get it back in my wallet, and I'm out. Letting this run, you don't even have to have it opened. You can close it and be done with it and let it run. 100 rounds is going to take 2 hours. And that's how I'm getting to 150 to 200 transactions. Will it count? I have no idea yet. Next week, I'll have a really good idea because I can be doing this for about a week, and we'll see if it produces level 4. Hopefully, I'm moving up from level 3 to level 4. If this works, you guys are more than welcome to mirror it. And if you have any suggestions on how to optimize it, maybe you're more profitable at this. This is basically playing roulette, so I don't know how profitable it can be, but that's what it looks like on my side. Let's see what you guys got over here. Yeah, that is a really good point. Not a lot of people are on OR right now. It was huge when it was first released, significantly less. The price of OR has also gone down quite a bit. Micro Scale Garage, welcome. I subscribe to you. I like your channel. I hit it. I got lucky. Are these transactions on chain? Yes. And that's why I'm doing it. So let me just show you Soul Scan. I'll pull this off. I'll show you what it looks like. It's a bit chaotic, but you'll get the idea. Oops. Okay. So here's SolScan. Here's my wallet. And so this was running, I was running it 2 hours ago, and you can see the transactions right over here. They're listed. And it just goes on until you get to 150. And I'm running it right now. So what I'll do is I'll just refresh this, and you should start seeing the transactions getting logged right now for my sessions that are currently happening. There you go. So I just started it 6 minutes ago, and they're lining up. So they're all on chain. All the transactions that are taking place are on chain. I wouldn't pay attention to these mounts. I'm not exactly sure how this works out, because there's large sums that go in and out of your wallet, or your, yeah, I guess your wallet. But they don't, it doesn't mean that that it's meant for you. It's like it's passing through or something. So just look at the total amount once the rounds are complete. But every time you go into SolScan, it'll be populating transactions. And if you take your wallet address, if you want to see that total amount that's showing up in your wallet, you can go to my website. I put this down in the comments or the description. You put your wallet address in here, and it'll give you a very accurate idea of how many transactions are taking place with your wallet, because I'm pulling the data out of SolScan and I'm just putting it on a heat map. There we go. Sorry, I was talking, but it wasn't showing you. So you put your wallet address over here at the top, and it pulls the data out of SolScan, and it populates it on a heat map, so you can see roughly what's happening over here. And you can see that March 1st is when I started this, and it's been picking up quite a bit since then. So what I'll do is I'll just show you how this is working out, because I don't know if it's actually going to log as transactions that are on chain on the Seeker device, and if it works to my benefit. Greetings from Finland. Wondering if it's evening there. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Yeah, absolutely, man. Your channel is awesome. Okay, get them lined up. Andrew Cameron, thank you for coming by. Appreciate you. Yeah, so the dApp that I was using is the ore mining dApp. It's called a mining dApp, but it is gambling, just so you know. You are getting the ore token in very small amounts, which gets refined, and that process, I believe, takes a few days. It does populate, but that's the dApp that I've been using. If you jump back into the stream, you'll be able to see the way I'm setting up the ore mining dApp to produce transactions, so it shows up over here so I can level up. I don't know if this is a cheat code. I don't know if this is what other people are doing. It's funny because on X, I'm asking people what they're doing to get to level 5, and they're keeping it very, they're not giving a lot of detail. They're just saying the generic stuff. Oh, I'm doing swaps, I'm playing dApps, but they're not specifically saying anything. What I want to do is tell you exactly what I'm doing to get there. So I'll let you know if this works. How do you make taxes with this amount of transaction? That's not my problem. That's my accountant's problem. Yeah, so I think there's a tool called Coinly that you can download the transactions. This is going to be a nightmare. My accountant is going to hate me. And tax season's coming up too. The highest here for the airdrop was only for developers. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I heard some people that weren't developers also got the top tier. I don't know if that's true, though. People say a lot of things. And also on X, you kind of have to take what people say with a grain of salt. Yeah, I've been looking at it. I've been doing some vibe coding. That's why I made this webpage, just trying to come up with something that's useful. Oh, one other thing I should mention is I put this image download button. So if you want to capture what you have, you can click on this and it'll download an image like so to your device, just for logging purposes. I don't know if it's useful, but I put it in there. Yeah, I hope so too, bud. I hope so too. I hope this works out. If you're following me on X, it's at cryptojar_net. That's my X account. It's linked down below as well. I'm going to let this run for a full week. I'm only at 4 days right now, so about 3 more days. And hopefully, because there's about a 2 to 3 day delay with the Seeker wallet, I won't really know until then to see if these results are actually helping me or impacting what we're seeing for on-chain activity. So if it does help me grow, I'll be logging it. The technique itself of what I'm doing, I'll also post on X if it works out. I don't want to misguide you guys. So we'll see how that works out. I first started off, as you can see, with 1 session, and then this is kind of like 1.5 session. I was playing with it. This is 2 sessions. Today I've done 3, but I'm going to do 4 sessions, and then I'm going to do 5 sessions, and I'm just going to keep increasing it every day, and we'll see how that works out. But that's pretty much everything I had on my plate. That's what I wanted to show you guys. So we're at the hour right now, and I was going to wrap up the stream. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can put them in the comments there. If not, I hope you found this information useful. Next week, we'll be going over the on-chain results. Also, if there's more information about the new crypto cards that are coming out, I'll be logging that and presenting some of that as well. And a few more deepened apps that I've been playing around with that are free. I'll be talking about those as well. So that's it for the stream. I hope you guys found that useful. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.